we can kick it off. Talk about whatever you guys want to talk about.
All righty. Well,
let's just hit it from the top.
Yeah, first thing on our agenda here is going back.
And also, I'm sorry, real quick. If you guys have anything to say, feel free to jump in.
Casey and Joe.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see what they think about the Deshaun Watson situation because we're going right back to it.
Okay.
Yeah, update.
Yeah, it's getting a little sticky. No pun intended.
Yeah. So Deshaun Watson's lawyer, Rusty Hardin, acknowledged during Friday's news conference that there were some consensual encounters between Deshaun Watson and some of the 22 women who have filed lawsuits. But he said that at no point did Watson engage in acts that were not mutually desired. So, Hunter, as someone who's had mutually desired contact with women, what do you think of that situation?
Well, I'd like to say that this is exactly what I said on the last podcast, to where if Deshaun Watson was doing this in a place where a lady was expecting this to happen, or she was, interested in Deshaun Watson for some reason or another, totally fine. But it's not okay if Deshaun Watson was just, skeeting on girls who didn't want it.
Now, how do you prove this is mutually exclusive or desired? I mean, do you have some kind of paperwork that you fill out before the massage?
No, I think it's just 2021, and if the lady says she wasn't interested, then she wasn't interested.
Yeah, verbal. Well, alrighty then.
So now, what do you do? We'll do both sides. What do you do if you're Deshaun Watson and you're 110% innocent? What do I do?
Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, none of these are criminal complaints. They're all civil. So it's like...
Did they not open a criminal investigation?
I thought they did.
The police started investigating it, but I don't know if any of them were criminal. I'm not sure how it works. Last I checked, it was all civil.
I don't know.
Because all 22 of these women are from that Busby guy, and they're all under the same basic suit. But
well, if you're Deshaun Watson and you're 100% innocent, you just keep doing what you're doing. You put your faith in the good Lord Jesus Christ, and you'll prosper in the end.
Yeah.
Now, what do you do if you're 110% guilty?
Ooh.
I think you come out and say, hey, I did it. You clear the air. You say sorry. And then hopefully next year you can play ball.
Yeah.
Now, do you still talk shit and demand a trade from the Houston Texans?
Joe is shaking his head. No. Joe, what do you think about the Deshaun Watson situation?
I did not have sex with that lady, Miss Winston.
Oh, my God.
Oh, you Bill Clinton?
You deny.
Just follow Big Ben's tactics, because that won't definitely work for him.
Oh.
Now that's interesting, because Big Ben wasn't even getting massaged. He just had the ladies brought back to him, and he's still in the league.
One more time, Hunter.
I said no. He just pulled out his wiener from his fly in a Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, so I think...
Which might as well be a church, honestly, especially in Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah. Buffalo Wild Wings? That's a sacred ground. Now, I think you have to look at the case law. Casey's right. You look at Big Ben. You you look at Bill Clinton, like Joe's saying. And I think you just pay these women what they need and, let it blow over.
That is a bold move.
Already asked for hush money and Deshaun said no.
Yeah, that's one of the points we're going to get to next. That lady came out and did that whole press conference, was basically during it, she said, I'm not doing this for the money. I'm doing this so that it doesn't happen to anyone else. And then Deshaun Watson's lawyer said, oh, really? You're not doing it for the money? Well, then how come you sent me this email demanding $100,000? Are you going to come out and pursue this. So I think that is definitely
Yeah, I think
a
in
signal.
any situation, typically, unless it's like a mob situation,
Yeah.
hush money is never hush if it's somebody,
Yeah.
any type of public figure at all.
Yeah, you're giving them
They
leverage.
always figure it out.
Go put his finger up. I do have a question though. How do you think this entire situation, whether
Oh no.
he's guilty, innocent, when he plays, do you think it's going to weigh on him, or do you think he's going to do his thing?
I think people will forget about it within 6 months. Michael Vick once hung a dog from a tree and lit it on fire after it lost a dog fight in his illegal dog fighting ring. And he went
when
on
was
to play many years as
That
a
was what,
quarterback.
2004?
I was gonna say, when's that? 2004 or 6?
Yeah.
Early 2000s, mid 2000s. Yeah.
Different time. Like, a lot of stuff was happening back then. I think, to be honest with you guys, if this is anywhere near like a hint of true, I don't think Deshaun Watson plays football ever again.
Now. What about Robert Kraft?
Robert
owner of
Kraft
the
is an old
Patriots?
man, and that got swept under the rug. And he didn't see. That's again, that is a situation where Robert Kraft was in a place where that was clearly the acceptable norm.
That's true.
The thing with Deshaun Watson is the girls are saying they did not want to be skeeted on.
That's true. Well, according to Watson's attorney, at least 13 of them wanted to be skeeted on, he says, according to his attorney.
See, and if that's the case, that's the case. But for all the ones that did not want Deshaun's ejaculate on them, I think that's bad news for Deshaun.
Now, is there herd immunity in this situation or no? Like 80%, so we're good.
No, I think if one girl has an issue, he's probably done. I think
Now, here's
right
my
now,
thing.
like,
So say he does come back to football, you know, for whatever reason, gets somewhat out of the situation, can play football. Does he still demand to be traded, or does he just chill in Houston?
no, I mean, Jake, if this is what we originally thought it was, where the Texans, it's an inside job, this is exactly what the Texans wanted. Deshaun's
And they're
trade value
actors,
is
like the moon landing.
yeah, Deshaun's trade value is at a negative right now, so Texans have him right where they want him.
Yeah, and he's got a no trade clause in his contract. So they couldn't trade him unless he agreed to it. So not only are teams not going to be offering them anything, like if he gets offered a shit team, he's going to probably say no. Like they can't just pawn him off to the Jets if they would give up a first round pick for him still or something. He didn't want to go there. Like
But they could still cut him.
They could, but it's just such a I don't think they want to lose Deshaun Watson. I think in their grand scheme, like if you look at the timeline of events, everything was happy except for Deshaun didn't want to play for them. And then he kept demanding the trade, and then like within a month or two all these lawsuits came up. So it's either they're trying to ruin his trade value, or maybe he was trying to get out of town because he knew what he had done, and it's like when Aaron Hernandez shot that dude in the face and was trying to get out of New England.
That's
a good
interesting.
point.
That's very interesting.
Okay, so other thing. Why have we not heard from Deshaun? Why is he pulling a Sleepy Joe hiding in the White House basement right now?
Yeah, I think one of the best moves to do when you're accused of something. Go on, Hunter. Oh no.
He not come out and done a press conference.
I think his attorney probably told him to just remain quiet because they're probably letting this Busby guy blow his load with all this evidence. They're silently building their case. Like he's already come out and said, like, you got to bring forth the names of these women. And he said most of these were consensual already. Like they had that Solis lady come out. And he's like, oh, it's not about the money. Well, here's this. So he's kind of just counter punching right now, this attorney. So
yeah,
I
because
think
you gotta understand, he has enough money to get like the best of the best.
Yeah.
But they're not gonna be like fucking guns a-blazing.
Now,
like they're
this
wait.
Busby guy, I looked him up. He is filthy rich, this lawyer. He won like a British Petroleum lawsuit for over $100 million. So that's why he's living in this neighborhood with the Texans owner, which, by the way, on our last video, a guy commented, his name is I am Edwin Hamilton. And he said, do people know how huge River Oaks is? The houses are like castles. It's not a regular neighborhood. I think he was basically saying like that we're ignorant for saying that they're neighbors because it's such a big neighborhood. They're probably miles away from each other. But I looked into it. And if you look on the rundown, this is a picture of how far away they live. They're literally diagonal from each other across the street.
You can comment on that guy's comment and tell him that he's a dumb idiot.
He is a big fat dumb idiot because I think these guys would cross paths if they went to get mail. Like, look at their cribs.
So
Their wives are probably
What was
jogging
his
around
name?
in their Lululemon bullshit.
Oh,
Edgar
yeah.
and James.
What'd you say, Hunter? Oh God, we're getting some of that South Carolina.
All right.
Stupid. Anything more on Deshaun Watson?
That's
Nah.
pretty much it.
Hope it's not true.
Yeah, I hope it's not true.